these seeds that are planted with communication can be harvested later on. A little bit about me. I basically have two hearts in myself. One is largely about cybersecurity, which I specialize in. But the other is about communication and designing processes around communication that make these processes profitable. This is what the entire digital strategy and e-business development is about. I want to start with another seed, though, that was planted in form of Edward Snowden in 2013. He became well known as someone who gave us a lot of information about how the internet and essentially what we're talking about here in a variety of ways is doing. The next person is less known. His name is Sir Tim Berners-Lee. He's an MIT professor and in the scene more known for having invented the World Wide Web, the communication instrument we're using today. After the Snowden revelations in 2013, Sir Tim Berners-Lee went public and said, the world needs a global internet Magna Carta, a Bill of Rights for every internet user on the planet. The internet is not bound to any nation. The internet belongs to the human race. And so for the past 2 years, and I wanted to introduce this here first with the permission of Jana. Thank you for allowing this. I've spent the last 2 years researching and created this document, which essentially includes a few paragraphs, human rights in terms of privacy, but also a variety of other aspects in terms of content ownership. Over 2,000 hours of research have gone into this document from my side, researching various legislatures from around the planet. Attempts of national documents to really create human rights for the internet community, for the global village. But they were national efforts. This project is the first global effort. We have translated this document through my network and volunteer work only into languages such as Russian, German, French, Dutch, Hindi, Japanese, Chinese and Portuguese, Spanish, and various other languages are coming. We're in the process of creating the website for the platform. We're going to be reaching out to over 2,000 universities and colleges around the globe to address the law schools and social political sciences departments to really create discussion about this. This is work in progress. The website is not there yet, but it will be within the matter of 2 weeks. And I wanted to introduce this to you guys. Moving on and getting to the topic of tourism, which is the reason that I'm here for, actually. I was invited to the Maldives in 2010 by a friend who said that the organization that he was a very good friend with, which was a hotel group with 5-star resorts, 2 of them, 3 downscale resorts, 4 stars, to assist the marketing exploitation of the Miss France contest. The bikini shots and beach shots for the event were taken in the Maldives on this resort, and I was invited to exploit this from a marketing perspective. It became a factor of my, I became a victim to my success and was re-invited to devise a full-blown strategy. The reason is that, as you can see, there's a big part of missed revenue if you do business with tour operators. So the mission was to actually devise a strategy to increase direct bookings. We used, as Sean so vividly presented, social media channels to engage the community, to outline the beauty of the properties through imagery, through video, but also through Facebook engagement. We managed to get Facebook increase fans by 1,400% within a matter of 12 months. This was organic growth only. We used what is referred to as proactive website visitor engagement to actually convert business that was on the website. So business on the website means you have a website visitor and you can proactively engage them. You have certain intelligence tools about where the visitor is coming from, what the visitor, what his background is, what pages he's looking at, what time he's looking at, upon which certain triggers are created, whether this is a viable prospect to engage, and then further pursue with a direct chat. But the chat is not initiated by the user. The chat is initiated by the website operator. This process is well known in upscale boutiques where the salesperson will not run at you immediately and ask you what they can do for you. Forgive me. What they will do is they will monitor what you're doing in the boutique, what price range you're looking at, what sizes, what colors, so that they have certain preferences known about you, and then engage you knowing what you actually want to have an easier sale. This is essentially the process that we moved from the real world to the digital world. We increased the direct bookings through this means of digital strategy, and then went ahead and overall improved the bottom line margin by 220%. The reason was that the tour operators paid amount X, that's just for simplicity's sake, say 300 euros per night, $300 per night. The tour operators would sell the night for $700 in their domestic markets, while the rack rate of the hotel was $1,000 per night. Needless to say that the hotel was incapable of selling at $1,000 a night if the customers can find the same package for $700 somewhere on the internet. Another example of a successful digital strategy was one that I was very intimidated by. I was called up by a colleague of mine to whether I would be able to fly to Italy to help a company in the Bologna area devise or to organize their strategic effort and to train their digital staff to move to understand social media and to understand the process of actually converting social media prospects into actual business to increase the bottom line. They, as it says here, failed to convert the actual business. So the digital strategy we devised was actually organizing all of the efforts they were doing into different channels, which in business school is taught as sales process engineering, which refers to marketing, sales, and customer relationship management, very much simplified. Taking this to the digital world, we have social media and other communication channels obviously as a marketing part. What I referred to in the Maldives example with the proactive website visitor engagement being the actual conversion process at the point of sale in the real world. And then we have the aspect of customer relationship management, which is one of the most vital parts to actually keep your customers happy over longer periods of time. We categorized all instruments that were being used with an outcome of over 20 million euros increased revenue for Ferrari, which turned out to be the client that I was invited by. And did a very successful thing. This strategy still makes them a lot of money in terms of selling the merchandise. They're not selling cars online yet. So what I referred to earlier is the general categorization of instruments. I said I mentioned digital marketing, which is the acronym word or the other word for digital storytelling, if you will, which then moves on to digital sales, which is a point of sale that is not only your website, but it can be proprietary channels as well. If you're selling merchandising or books or whatever to reach, to get an increased exposure. This is actually what that refers to on channels like Amazon or other proprietary platforms. And of course, the customer relationship management, which requires customer relationship management systems, which requires regular email marketing campaigns and other points of contact to be in touch with your customer. Thank you very much.